Welcome back to the Ultimate Chicken Guide, where I aim to teach you everything there is to know about chickens every Thursday. Very detailed guides, of course. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about broody chickens because it's that season where you want to begin hatching out chickens. And if you want the best of them to come to fruition, then you need to watch this video. Let's go. So this video will be for broody chickens. If you want me to make a video talking about how to get rid of a broody chicken, then go ahead, be my guest, comment that. I'll probably make a version 2 sometime in the future. Let's talk about additional housing. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just something that keeps them protected. Even just a simple hoop coop like this keeps them actually really protected. Like you can see, right now it's not in great condition. That's because no one's lived in there for a good couple months. But if we were to say hatch chickens out this spring, then this would be a great little house to keep them in, if you will. And of course, in this, what you want to include is of course a feeder, a waterer. This is what this hook here is for. Then you could also kind of see that there would be a lot of other stuff in here, like somewhere over here. So I'd recommend putting down some shavings and making sure everything is in there. And this is actually a meat chicken hoop coop, so this is actually really much so you can actually reuse hoop coops if they're not like being used at the minute for broody chickens. And if you space them equally, you can put multiple broody chickens in this size, which I believe is around 10 feet long. Then I'd assume you could probably put maybe 2 to 4 broody chickens. Now making them go broody is easier said than done, just like getting snow up here in the Northeast. What you have to do is make sure that make sure that you find your chicken. So it'll obviously be like cute. See this chicken right there? She's our broodiest chicken. She always wants to hatch out chicks. So she'll sit on the eggs, she'll develop sort of a broody passion, and that kind of happens out of nowhere. There's no really predicting it. So sometimes you actually have to wait for them to become broody, to speed it up, maybe put some eggs under them, and sort of separate them from the remainder of the flock for a couple days. And they'll come back broody, and then you could sort of put them that. But if you regret your decision, then, well, kinda, you have no other choice but to break the broodiness, which we discussed on in, I guess, the next video. Yes. Can't forget about talking about fertilized eggs. You can get them from a rooster of your choice, which, if you mix the wrong roosters and hens, you can get the ugliest looking chicken or the most beautiful looking chicken. Or you could buy already fertilized eggs that are ready for you and your personal use. Get ready for that. That is one thing you need to keep in mind. That there are multiple fertilized eggs you can buy, and keep in mind that when you hatch them, they will be a whole lot different. And through this whole time, your chicken will communicate, your broody chicken will communicate to the baby that is inside the egg, because they're kind of like that, I guess. And even when they've hatched, the chicken will still remain broody. And you have no choice but to leave them together for at least a couple weeks. You don't want to leave them there the whole time. You also want to monitor the chicken's behavior. Because if this chicken goes broody just for the sake of going broody and then isn't broody like 40 minutes later, then there's a good chance she'll eat the chicken. So please just keep them like safe. When we did Loudmouth and Cute as mothers back in the summer of 2022, Loudmouth literally did not care. She hatched out the more sort of like successful branch of chickens. Although one thing's for sure though, none of them are still alive due to coyote and other issues. Like Shaving Cream and Rotisserie were both roosters. They didn't really suck at their job. We just got rid of them because we didn't need that many roosters. And the other Marin unfortunately passed away. Kit Kat Fluffball, the ones hatched by Cute, are still around today. Loudmouth could not care less when we put her back in the flock like a day later. Cute, on the other hand, spent about 2.5 weeks with the baby chickens, and she was really mad when we put them back. And of course, this weekend looks like it'll be really interesting. They're literally saying we're supposed to get like 6 to 12 inches of snow, which I guess is pretty cool and all. I mean, I don't really know how much it's actually gonna be, but I'm not gonna jinx anything. Okay, just click the video on the screen right now, like literally right now. Okay, it'll help support me. It'll give you a nice video to watch, and it'll get me to my 4,000 hours quicker. Anyways, Matt, subscribe.